Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Wallace with a return here. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Drive play straight ahead. Jukes away from one. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Houston.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Ready, set.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Daniels. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Daniels setting up the play action. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here, they were sharp, they were crisp.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
First call here, coming from the shotgun.
19 tight.
And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Okay, ready.
Still 10 to go, 2nd down now from the 23.
65, ready.
They go play action. Here's Willis. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it'll really break the backs of the defense.
They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
49er, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Willis in the pistol. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here we go. Go.
Throwing on first down, Willis. Looking slant route, complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On second down, it's Brooks. It's inside the 10. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers find an answer with their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Wallace with a return here. Shoots another one. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Play action now with Daniels. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's complete inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead on the first play of the drive. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Daniels now bringing his guys to the line, getting everyone set for this two-point attempt.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass is caught. Tech 2 more onto the score.
That makes the score Texans 14.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I I'll never forget it, and they just showed up on that run. Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
19.
2nd and 10. Here's Willis. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
7-5, Buffalo 18.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Gets it to the 15, and he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers trim the lead to 1. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
First down now. Ball at the 33.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Musgrave. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Come on, come on.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On the jump.
First and 10 now from the 46. Here's the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 18.
Out of the gun, Daniels. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Third and long for Daniels. He's got it. Complete to Pickett. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
To throw, Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
18, find it.
The play fake now, Willis to throw. Complete, it's Weaver. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. New set of downs from 37.
First down, San Francisco.
They go play action on first down. He finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a gain of 22. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
At the 16-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Here's a design run. Caught behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Willis now, third down. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead.
Texans 17.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Okay, break.
So first down from the 41.
Here we go.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scrapes together a yard at most. It's second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action now. Daniels vacates quickly left side. Now here he goes. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
19 Lions. 2.
throwing now. Daniels. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Colin Oliver. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Here's Willis. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Willis to the air. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They gain 11 on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First down, 49ers.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They go play action. Here's Willis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11.
Texans 17.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Wallace with a return here. He dodged the tackle. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. 70 Lions.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong.
On the set.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready. 60.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He finds Pickens left side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Ready, set. Here we go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Completes. It's Trevor Etienne. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
70. Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Trap 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
To throw again, it's Daniels. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long for him here. Fits it through the middle. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down mark. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Buying some time right. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
2nd and 10. Here's Willis. This is hauled in by Weaver. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco. Throwing is Willis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Willis looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
First down. A gain of 14. First down,
19,
San
Charger,
Francisco.
19, Pioneer. Ready, right?
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Gun snap now to Willis.
at the 16.
Completes, dialing up Collins again. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Gain of 9 yards.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First and goal, San Francisco.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 70 Rangers, 70 Lions. Ready.
Willis to throw it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. Willis in the pistol. Headed out right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Brooks bouncing out ahead from the pistol. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. Warriors, 70.
To the air on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. He's making a bid for it. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Here we go. Scott. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop.
Christian Harris on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ready.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Nothing, not liking 18.
This time it's a passing play. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Has it at the 7. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two.
And he gets in, touchdown! The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown, his third of the game on the ground. Koo with the extra point. And the 49ers push their lead to 18.
35. Texans 17.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Wallace with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Scoop.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
First down now, ball at the 33. There's a dive up the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
And this one is launched downfield. It's complete! Oh my, they left it wide open downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. George Pickens, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And he'll be taken down on the edge of his own end zone at the 2.
The score, Niners 35, Texans 23. Cameron Dicker to
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10. They go play action. Here's Willis. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete out to the right side. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, a gift to Brooks. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Connecting on a slant. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Willis now. Gets him on the inbound. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Hands off here for Brooks. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down.
Ready. Bronco.
Here's Willis to the air. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's just a little bit short of that first down. They stop him at the 33.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers stretch their lead on the final play of the third. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Wallace with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Ready.
Give now to the running back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Come on.
Daniels. 49ers closing in, and down he goes. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down.
Ready. Gravity Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On to punt on fourth down, it's Bradley Pinion. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this drive with Brooks. Keeps away from one. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Brooks. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only 2 on the carry there, and it's 3rd and goal from the 4.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
3rd and goal. Defense electing to play this from the nickel. Here is Brooks. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
49, Texans 23.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10.
Panther 11.
Play fake here. Daniels taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
It's a pickup of 44 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
Ready, set.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Panther 60.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. On target to Musgrave. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Again, Daniels to the air. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans making the scoreboard look a touch better. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
77, Mustang 19. Let's go.
To throw again, it's Daniels. And the tip-forward pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
49, Texans 29.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So second down coming up.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Texans to the line. First and 10.
70 range. 70 range. Ready. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's Daniels. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing third and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Looking for George Pickens that time. So that brings up fourth and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The Texans set to punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield.
Ready.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Come on. 79 Broncos.
The play fake now. Willis to throw. Caught. Nice gain left side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock. Down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the 49er first down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
They're going to pass it here. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers put up even more points in a win. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead.
Texans 29.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Let's go.
Play action now. Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Trap 60, trap 60. Liking it.
Daniels setting up the play action. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Down.
From the red zone on first. Will Slime puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Cup 19. Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. George Pickens, the intended target. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Texans putting up points in a game decided. Dicker on now for the PAT. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Niners 56, Texans 36. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's a designed run for Willis. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.